Legend ZA's Mega Dimension DLC is the most mixed I've ever felt about a Pokemon main series release. Centered around the manifestation of dreams and nightmares, it feels very fitting that this is full of both dreams for me and things that I'd consider nightmares. My name is Matt, but you can call me Absol. Let's go to the dimension where I had a mustache and beard in December of 2025, and let me be your guide as I experience the story of Legend ZA Mega Dimension. So our journey begins on December 9th, 2025, when I knew very little about this DLC despite it being announced before the game even released. I just knew we were getting some new Megas.
What? Paid DLC already?
Pokemon could somehow surpass the Pinnacle of Power, level 100.
Level 150? Beyond the Pinnacle of Power?
Lumiose is at risk of being swallowed by the hyperspace version of the city, whatever that means. We got the promised return of Karina after she was hyped up in X and Y.
Karina's back! Oh, let's go!
She was the teaser all along with the gift Lucario. This Ansha girl is related to Diantha somehow. Mega Zeraora was announced, which made me think it was pretty important. I thought that maybe ZA could also stand for Zeraora. There are Z Megas now. Mega Lucario Z?
Oh, that is sick. What?
And most importantly, Hoopa's involved, and there are donuts. So I started the day getting a donut before starting the DLC. Since DLC actually stands for donuts, let's chow. Mega Dimension tonight. Shiny hunting might become very interesting if we're only given 2 minutes in a dimension at a time. I wonder what the true Pinnacle of Power is now. Buzzer beater video has been posted. I'm looking festive with the Christmas tree on. That evening, to pass the time until the DLC dropped, I sat in a call with my friends while trying to catch Diancie in a heavy ball, which feels more difficult than many shiny hunts in this game. But what was more difficult was waiting for it to go live, as all of us continuously refreshed our games at the turn of the hour.
Downloading!
Did he?
Let's go!
I got a delicious meal while it downloaded.
Look under that Lumiose nighttime. It's a progress bar.
And one by one, we dropped from the call when it finished downloading, so we could avoid DLC spoilers. The true post-game journey of Legend ZA is about to begin. These are the preliminary 3 right now. My original starter, Momo the Emolga, and Big Blog. Our journey begins on the roof of Hotel Z, where there's a kid up there for some reason. Please excuse the altitude. Oh, there's her theme! Let's go! I was so curious why this kid was on the roof and why she had a Hoopa. Oh, it said P! Pokemon Rumble confirmed! And Ansha here came to the roof to ask Team MZ to make a delicious donut. There's more to her than it seems. There's gonna be Ansha Unbound. Oh, does she live in a parallel Hotel Z? And as I wildly theorized, I had to do a battle to get some butter.
Oh, wait, Grisham, okay.
And this is a random duo, because Tarragon also had some baking dreams.
Patissier pear? Whoa! Why does it look like that?
I was way too fascinated by these red circles and these tag battles that I didn't remember being in the base game.
Oh dang, we got like some cutaway dialogue too? Alright, Mega Charizard Z time.
It's time. This DLC features lots of unlikely duos, and I'm convinced that they included Grisham in the first one here, strictly to troll us into thinking there's a Mega Charizard Z again.
Is that the Prism Tower on there? Oh man, they're gonna have to change the branding.
Then we get back to the lobby where Ansha's set up a donut shop. I guess you can't start this till the post-game because Ansha needs AZ to get out of the way, permanently, for good.
This is fun menu UI, this is cool.
But behind this cute menu UI lies something a little sinister. Some of my biggest concerns behind the design of this DLC. For our first donut, we have so many berries to choose from the base game. But over time, you realize that these berries do not matter and become completely irrelevant very quickly.
Why they're all so bad?
On top of that, unlike Scarlet Violet's sandwich system, where you can consistently get the powers that you want with specific ingredients, the donuts instead are random. with matching flavor profiles being the only way you can influence what powers you want, if you even get powers from your donut at all. And the game auto-saves after you make every donut.
She's laughing at you.
Spoiler alert, you use these donuts to enter hyperspace, and the amount of calories that it has affects the timer on your hyperspace expedition and the levels of your Pokemon. And there are many times when you won't know what kind of donut you'll need to succeed within the hyperspace distortion. And that's too bad, because the second you enter hyperspace, the game auto-saves again, leading to a very frustrating scenario that can happen where your donut is simply too low calorie for you to handle the mission, which bars you from getting the hyperspace berries that you need to make the high calorie donuts you need to succeed. The forced autosave really wastes your resources and your time in this way. Also, did you know that malasadas do not contain beef?
But anyway, what's hyperspace in the first place? Let's make our first donut and see.
Let's go all in on Haban, sure. Why not? It shows the date too? They went crazy on this.
With a donut in hand, Ansha takes us to this one spot to tell us that our main goal is to catch a legendary Pokemon for her mom.
Okay, she is Diantha's kid. Everyone is stunned.
Hoopa opens the distortion with the donut and she hops on in to look for this legendary. And of course, we have to follow right after.
Ooh. Oh! We can just see the regular city from here? This music, it sounds just like Ultra Space.
Are we gonna see an Ultra Beast? Please show me an Ultra Beast. What is this place?
Oh, we're not in Ultra Space though. This is hyperspace.
Okay, can I... Whoa, whoa. I barely stepped out for a second. This is weird. We're on the goopy horizon. It's like I'm in a giant oil spill.
I'm glad that I took out the camera and looked around during this, because this is one of the only times in the game you get to explore hyperspace without a time limit.
Oh, there's where the tower is. Oh, the pictures here are gonna be insane. Oh, they even got taxis up in this hyper joint. They're so glossy. Someone's been going to work at the car wash. When I was in elementary school, the talent show every year was won by like the same group of boys doing the song Car Wash, pretending to wash a car. It was rigged in favor of the song Car Wash. That was pointless scaffolding, okay. I bet you can find some really colorful screws here. Oh, Hyper Pokemon Center. No nurse.
Eventually we found our first hyperspace Pokemon, and my Pokemon cry recognition skills came in handy.
That was Mankey. Yeah, it was Mankey, I called it! Cry Master! Oh, they're chilling. Oh, they're not chilling. Oh, they're level 110. I'm cooked. We have to Mega Evolve.
From those Mankey, it's pretty clear that there's some sort of power here in hyperspace that makes wild Pokemon a lot stronger. Then we find Ansha, who couldn't find the legendary she was looking for, so we all dip out and leave. But now, look at what's over the Prism Tower.
Ooh, cutscene. Uh-oh. It's the logo! Oh no! Mega Dimension!
Back at Hotel Z, Ansha tells us the humble little legendary she's after as a gift for her mom.
Rayquaza! Let's go! 6 months ago. That lines up with the event of the story. Oh my gosh.
Then Corbeau calls us over to the Rust Syndicate, roasting Tawny in the process. Where, alongside Vinny, he reveals that there have been some strange readings in Lumiose, and he's the one that names this other world Hyperspace Lumiose because of Hoopa's move Hyperspace Hole. And he sends us on survey missions to try and figure out what the anomaly is at the center of the city.
Oh, there's a Mega one right there. Inkay? Muna! Oh, that's not Hawlucha. Is that Fracture? I'm playing a game of Who's That Pokemon right now. Wait, no, it's flying. Greavard! Oh, puppy! Purloin! Oh, Mega Liepard would be so cool.
Then I thought Vinny giving us 20 Ultra Balls was a silly lost in translation pun because they're called Hyper Balls in Japan and we're going to hyperspace, but then I learned in Japanese that this isn't called Hyperspace Lumiose, so he just kinda gives us 20 Ultra Balls. Thanks, dude.
Mabel? Oh, ho, ho, that's cool.
And now the true gameplay loop of Mega Dimension begins.
This is like Legends Arceus! Oh, that's cool. And it's a different Vivian pattern! I hope Pokeball pattern's available.
So these survey tasks have you mostly going around catching and defeating Pokemon.
Gimme Ghoul Coin! Oh, let's go. There was that guy who was talking about Gimme Ghoul Coins in one of the plazas. That thing was actually level 15? Okay. Wait, was that a Starly I just heard? There's a floating Pokeball to destroy. There's a Sandygast. Oh, yeah. I want to give Momo a Hyper Pecha Berry. Oh, there's an Alpha. Okay, so they do show up here. Imagine running into a Shiny right then. That would be so sad.
In this whole first survey, I didn't press the plus button once to open the map in fast travel. I didn't even realize you could do that in hyperspace. So I was trying to despawn the Munna in the park, and I was a bit concerned that shiny hunting was going to be very difficult in hyperspace. If only I knew how opposite that would be.
Do I not get experience here?
That's right.
They might reach this world as well? Interesting.
Also, Corbeau's team somehow found out having more than 3 people at a time enter hyperspace makes it unstable, which I think can only be evidenced by the giant logo appearing in the sky once all of Team MZ followed Ansha in earlier. So Corbeau calls in a third trainer for us, with some really funny dialogue as we guess who it is.
Jacint? Keep her quarantined in a Jacint zone? It's gonna be Karina, let's go! There she is! No way, it's the Tower of Mastery theme, but as a dance tune! Karina battle! Yes! This theme is back! She did the kick! Surfetched is in the game! She's doing an X-shaped Mega Karina X. It's Z! Mega Lucario Z! Oh, that is sick! She just uses that, huh?
And now we can take on rogue Mega Pokemon in hyperspace. But I got a bit distracted by my favorite part of the DLC.
Oh gosh, there are new requests throughout the city. Gimme Ghoul!
As you progress in the DLC, new side quests get added, ranging from a guy writing Pokemon fanfiction for you using your Pokemon's nicknames, to the return of people from some of the earliest side quests in the game actually giving really cool battles and advice,
Mime Jr.
to guiding a little Mime Jr. to a mailbox and fighting off the Sandile that try and get in its way. Returning Pokemon don't really feel special or a part of the story just being these cookie-cutter hyperspace encounters.
Cyclizar! Cyclizar's in the game?
Which is why I'm so glad we have these side quests in the regular Lumiose that give them some special treatment in story. Like, this is what Pokemon's about, not about just being able to catch them.
Milotic!
And no matter how repetitive and grindy the main gameplay loop gets, we'll progressively keep unlocking more and more side quests. And this is what really kept me going playing this DLC. I genuinely hoped I would discover most returning Pokemon for the first time through these rather than hyperspace. But speaking of hyperspace, there's a rogue Mega in there that we can only see by going into hyperspace. So let's finally see what this one is. It can't be anything too crazy, right?
What? What? It's Absol again! Is this gonna be Absol Z? Hyper Disaster Arena?
Am I actually about to see a second Mega Absol?
Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh.
So the first rogue Mega we fight in the base game is Mega Absol, so I didn't discount the possibility that this might just be another tutorial battle with it, but I also hoped it would be so much more. That it would be Mega Absol Z.
What? What? Oh! That looks insane! What? This game was made for me!
Oh my gosh. This can't be real. And I'm going to immediately get to see this thing shiny after this battle. I don't even know what to say about this thing yet, other than I think it's like one of the sickest Pokemon I've ever seen in my entire life.
If hyperspace is built off of the subconscious thoughts of people in Pokemon, I believe that the rogue megas that were introduced in hyperspace are born from that subconscious bond. And in the case of Absol, a Pokemon that's supposed to warn people about disasters, it's commonly mistaken for a Pokemon that brings disaster. And that's what I believe Mega Absol Z truly is. Disaster incarnate. The nightmare that was imagined about this thing. Though this might not be entirely true, because Karina mentions that Absol Z is already a recently discovered species. Maybe something having to do with the Mega Power from Anj earlier.
Big blog. Flamethrower.
Then the great Mega Absol Z gave us butter.
Nice butter.
Nice butt! Then back at Hotel Z, we learn Karina's had a room here all along. She just didn't show up in time to take part in the events of the main story of the game. And then we learn that Ansha is not a mysterious extra-dimensional girl. She's just staying at Hotel Richissimi down the street and managed to escape the clutches of her Dragon Street Fighter maid babysitter, who hired a ghost girl to track her down.
Sisters in suffering!
Laban wanted to blow off some steam, so I took that as the perfect opportunity to see shiny Mega Absol Z.
Yo! That is gnarly! Why does it not display shiny? I have the shiny one. It's dark ghost type? It's dark ghost? It's Baja Blast colored. It's Baja Blast colored! The Baja Blast Absol is real!
We report back to Corbeau, who tells us that a lot of the Pokemon from hyperspace are leaking into the real world, and that hyperspace Lumiose could swallow the whole city somehow. Yo, thanks for the Ultra Balls, Vinny. So we start another survey mission.
Is that Clobopus? Oh, Clobopus, Graplocked, Capsakid, Spoink, Mudkip! Side mission detected.
I got to enjoy more sweet side missions, like a reference to the Pokelids in real-life Japan.
Cubone. Protein from Cubone? Thank you. Where did I find out about protein? Fido's in the game. Oh. Whoa! Mabostiff is in the game too now? What if Arven shows up? Charcadet! Mega Armarouge or Ceraledge would be so cool. The Squawkabilly! They're back in this game too? Unidentified Megastone detected? Help! Oh, how did this guy get in here? Boris, what are you doing? Rogue Mega Showdown? Crabominable! Oh, look at that thing! They got the crazy hair! That's a good Mega. It makes Crabominable look even more imposing. They're Alpha?
As cool as this reveal was, I feel like this is the one single side mission that suffers the most from the balance and donut issues I was talking about earlier. It felt literally impossible for me to win with the team that I had using the donut that I had, and I would need to come back later with a much stronger donut. So I wasted my donut and left. Then I entered another submission, wasting another donut, thinking that it would be something like this Crabominable, and there's no battle whatsoever. But it was intriguing because at this point I didn't really have an explanation of what hyperspace was and had no idea why there were people in there.
Are they someone who's stuck in hyperspace, or is this someone who's, like, dead?
Plus, this one has really cool story implications, with one of the other original side missions from the beginning of the game. We were able to get a letter from this lady's deceased husband with accurate information as to where his wedding ring is after 14 years. So clearly hyperspace is an anything is possible type of situation. Except for getting my best donut back that I wasted on this mission because of autosave. Then I did more hyperspace grinding, discovering more of the possible layouts for the wild zones.
This is the funniest little weirdo! What do you mean this is how Graplocked moves? Whoa, 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 this is hyperspace sewers?
And realizing you can open up the menu in fast travel.
Oh wait, we can fast travel within the... Oh my gosh.
In almost no time, it was time for the second Rogue Mega.
I wonder how this one's gonna change my life. Staraptor? I hope it gets even more emo. What do we got this time? Look at that face! What am I even looking like? What? Oh, I like the markings on its wings and stuff. Oh, the plumage and stuff on the back looks so good. What the heck?
So the place that Mega Staraptor appears is called the Hyperspace Hunting Grounds. This thing is like the apex predator, with its dex entry saying that it can pick up a Steelix and fly away with it. I think the reason this thing is here is because it's the stuff of nightmares for Pokemon that could fall susceptible to it as prey. Or it might just be because I kept accidentally calling the Fletchling in Lumiose City Starly, and I still keep accidentally doing that. That's 100% why this thing is actually here. The donut I used only gave 8 levels, so I struggled to defeat this thing in time, and I actually ran out of time. The game gave me the option to keep going, and it reset my timer, and it made me really feel like I cheesed this fight.
I kind of feel like a cheater. Like, I couldn't actually do this within one donut.
But even then, I still struggled. All because I just didn't use a strong enough donut.
Oh, dude, we actually staggered it. Okay, even with the cheating half health, that was so hard. You go in a Premier Ball. It's the Raptite. That's like that thing that hangs in caves. It's the GS Ball. That's all of Lumiose. A voice. Who's this? The voice? Who's the voice? Way. Stay away.
The next morning starts with a nice little trip to the museum, where Karina walks us down memory lane. Then we get the biggest Volo tease ever.
Never mind. False alarm. What if we found a section of hyperspace resembling the temple? What if we did? What the heck? Why are you bringing this up?
I was so expecting him to be part of this DLC, and we get a little backstory on why Ansha has a Hoopa. But regardless, we have a real legend to get back to at Hotel Z.
It's a Gulpin? Chungus Jr.?
A Gulpin has materialized from hyperspace Lumiose into the hotel, and you might be wondering why I call it Chungus Jr. Back when I did a Wonder Trade Gauntlet in X and Y, I hopped on the GTS once, only to find a Gulpin named Chungus Jr. from someone pleading for a Kyogre. So I traded the legendary Kyogre to them for Chungus Jr. And in this DLC, I hope to find Primal Kyogre. I think it's my destiny to have Chungus Jr.'s help as part of Team MZ. Back at Rust Syndicate HQ, Corbeau shares that he believes that hyperspace Lumiose is made up of subconscious thoughts. The subconscious being the part of your memory that stores every memory you've ever had, whether or not you're aware of it, leading to these perfect replicas of parts of Lumiose. In my expedition, I immediately set out for one of Chungus's relatives, a shiny one, now that I knew that you could fast travel to very quickly reset spawns.
Shiny Gulpin! Shiny Gulpin! Chungus Jr.! Only a lap of luxury for you. This is the original Chungus. And you'll know his name. That looks so blue.
It was once again my favorite part, side mission time. There's a sweet one about a really shy Scizor,
Tinkertuff!
and a Tinkatuff who can't stop staring at each other, but they're both actually shy.
Oh, they're friends. Galarian Meowth, and regular Meowth, and Alolan Meowth. All 3 Meowths, cats. Icon has Pokemon Battle. No. This is the hardest starter choice I've ever had to make. Quality time together? I thought I was receiving a Meowth. This might be even better.
There's also a mission about a Corvisquire holding a scarf who reunites with its owner after flying all the way from the Galar region, and it's super sweet and it made me actually feel things about Corvisquire, which is super impressive. Then when it came time for the actual survey, we have access to hyperspace battle zones now, with trainers that are made out of pure malice and resentment for losing battles. The battles honestly mostly feel like obstacles to me since there aren't really that many rewards from most of them, not even experience for your Pokemon. So these only feel worth it to me at the higher levels where you get really good items from some of the trainers. Otherwise it kind of just becomes a stealth game trying to go after the floating Pokeballs, not getting caught.
I'm so tired, but I want to see another new Mega before I go to bed. So let's go inside the sushi restaurant in another dimension. It's gonna be like Dondozo or something. Oh, this is insane. We're small. It's gonna be Tatsugiri. It's Tatsugiri. Hyperspace sushi paradise? This is crazy. Look at all this stuff on the table. Well, I thought that was tatsugiri, but that's just sushi. What is this gonna look like? What is a Mega Tatsugiri? The False Dragon Titan. Oh, it's a trio! I love that. After Corbo drops his subconscious theory, this one is super right on the nose with that, with Sushi High Roller being an extremely iconic place here in Kalos that's even spread to be a chain worldwide throughout the world of Pokemon. It makes sense that there's a Sushi Mega here. And I used a good donut this time, unlike Staraptor, so I didn't struggle much at all. These guys are just really dodgy though, so you could run out of time if you kept missing. Oh, we got him. First try. Let's go. That's what that one is? That's the one everyone was saying was Flygon. It's Tatsugiri? Ultra butter. Amazing butter. I might be tired, but I'm not gonna stop for saying amazing butt. They're always out here witnessing this paranormal stuff, dude. The next morning, Naveen Scrafty comes downstairs, leading us to go investigate the room. And finally, we get to go into the rooms that have been locked this entire time in the hotel. Oh, we actually go up to another person's room? This is crazy. Hyrule Pants. He lost his Canary plush, but Chungoose Jr.'s got his back and found it again. Corbo has nothing interesting to tell us about hyperspace this time and just sends us on another repetitive mission, but we get more side missions, including one more Mega that I wanted to see before passing out and going to bed. Golisopod! Oh! It has 4 arms! It's going Machamp mode! Oh, it's not Water Bug anymore, huh? Dude, what even typing is this? It's gotta be Bug Steel. I got obliterated by this thing for about 10 minutes before just deciding to give up and call it a night.
Okay, so it's almost 3 a.m. now. I still haven't adjusted my clock for daylight savings. It's not actually almost 4.
And man, what a journey Mega Dimension has been so far. Dude, I don't know how I'm gonna beat a single one of these like regular rogue Megas. This Golisopod is so hard. And so are the 2 Crabominable. I don't even know how I'm gonna knock out one of them. But all that aside, it's really interesting hearing them talk about how this whole hyperspace Lumiose is manifestations of the subconscious. I also can't stop thinking about that Temple of Sinnoh comment from the museum. I don't even know what to expect anymore. Good night.
Donuts round 2. I got sprinkles today. That'll make Hoopa strong enough for me to almost beat Golisopod. Guys, we have a Pokemon rescue mission. It looks like some Pokemon have escaped from hyperspace Lumiose. We have Xerneas. Oh no.
If I'm gonna become strong and make Hoopa even stronger, I need to start training Pokemon competitively. Pump them up with vitamins, like all the nutritious vitamins found in every donut.
After a little hyper training and vitamin time, it was once again time to do some side missions before the next Mega. Whoa! Oh, I'm in the Gengar building. Corbo and Philippe? At this point, we've unlocked some of the most essential hyperspace side missions that'll cost you a donut, but will get you really cool interactions with hyperspace manifestations of the main characters. Oh, Corbo's suit and tie! Let's go! And you finally can get their outfits, too. With how episodic and repetitive the main storyline is, I think doing all these side missions as you go is the best way to experience it. Oh man, you know I'm rocking this for the rest of the game. And speaking of outfits, they tease us with Volo's outfit again. Whoa, oh my gosh, no! I braced myself for his appearance. We're gonna get hit with a backstrike. But sadly, this is just a tease. It's a Viper! Trainer's choice!
55 burgers, 55 fries, 55...
You also get to name a road, unless you make the mistake that I did and choose one of the default options. Wigglytuff, wait! Wigglytuff's in the game! Wigglytuff hates showers! Remember, if you ever go to a gaming event, please do not be like this Wigglytuff. quest in the entire game. Then I finished up my survey work, catching an alpha Wimpod in the process, knowing I wanted to use Mega Golisopod. Time to take down another rogue Mega, this time inside of Hotel Richissimi, where we got to learn what Laban's punishment is for losing sight of Ansha. We're just looking away! Mega Meowstic? Second sight? Okay, are they gonna look the same? Kinda like Pyroar? Is it gonna be equally white and blue? Or is it not gonna be white and blue at all? Oh! It reminds me of like, Sonic Frontiers. While it's hard to pinpoint whose subconscious thoughts inspired Mega Meowstic here, maybe just Meowstic itself, there's pretty clear real-world inspiration for this thing, with a phenomenon called bilateral gynandromorphism, which doesn't occur naturally in cats, though they can have some interesting pigmentation stuff happen, but in certain species, they can display both male and female characteristics at the same time, typically split down the middle. Okay, we got a box. Oh, do we have to break the wall? This is unique. This is how I imagine you actually have to, like, fight Mr. Mime back in the day. Oh, this one's easy. Big blog. Okay, what kind of butter are we getting this time? Cat butter. Supreme butter. Supreme butt. We finally get the first true verbal confirmation that Diantha is indeed Ansha's mom, and she's off shooting a movie in another region. This is the second time they've been vague about a far-off region, the first being talking about where Tawny's originally from, and my heart tells me that they're referring to the region that's in Winds and Waves. We'll see how true that ends up being. And then we have a crazy dream at night.
Whoa, whoa, we're in the subconscious right now. Stop. Stay away. This is Pokemon Mystery Dungeon, like, right here. Whoa, I'm in the void. Are we gonna find Darkrai in here? Gonna find Shaman and Arceus? We're tweaking. We're doing the void glitch. Only want. There's no way they just made the void canon here. Only want, stay here. You stay away. Stay away. This is scary.
I can't help but feel like they're making actual nods to known Pokemon glitches right now. Like, going over level 100 is like a direct homage to the Missing No glitch. We had that whole void from my dream. The entire worlds of the hyperspace distortions look so glitchy. I would love to see them lean into that some.
Now, to do the gameplay loop for our last butter. This will be our chance to set the final butter free.
Daddy Butter bought some butter.
Rotom's back, yes! Cofagrigus. Indeedy. It's got so much personality in this game, wow. Cryogonal? Is Mega Cryogonal a thing? What the heck? Golurk? It looks like Metagross! Oh. Oh, the X, it's been all unleashed. Heatran? What? There is a Lava Dome Pokemon in Lumio City! There is a Lava Dome Pokemon in Lumio City! What the heck?
I had been hoping this would be acknowledged in this game since June, when I bought a Heatran plush at NAIC. I didn't know you had a Mega.
I didn't either until about 5 seconds ago. If you beat me, you'll get some pretty sick butter.
Alright, well, let's take you on then. See what Mega Heatran looks like.
Whoa. What the heck is this gonna look like? Yo! Big mouth! Oh gosh. It's level 180 as well. Guys, I think I need a better donut.
I wasn't able to defeat Heatran that night, so I grinded for better berries. And in the process, I ended up shiny hunting, using an Alpha Power donut for the first time. With Alpha Power level 1, every Pokemon has a 10% chance of being Alpha. I decided I would try and go for just one shiny this way, just to see what would happen, and if it was Alpha, cool. And this is what I got.
Oh! Shiny Alpha Tinkatink! Oh! Oh! Got it! Yeah! Look at that alpha hammer. Oh yeah, resting right on top of it. That's the best sleep right there. Oh, that's just like the blanket I have in my room.
No joke, this is like just literally on my bed. I put this out on my bed when it started to get cold, and I should have seen the signs. This is my shiny Alpha Tinkaton that's going on my Mega Dimension team. It's been here all along. Even when we go green mode and you can't see it anymore. I feel like I didn't do a lot of story stuff today. I can't believe Mega Heatran is a thing though. I have to take that out still. But for now I need to go to bed because I just speedran editing that Alpha Tinkaton video for like 3 hours.
Is this something that Hoopa can take us through? I think I need another donut.
I just got a movie in the mail today, or 3 movies. Who's that guy? I wonder how we're gonna see Hoopa Unbound during this DLC. Like, what's gonna happen that leads to that?
Hopefully I'll see these Primal guys sometime soon. I have no idea how they're gonna fit into the story. And Heatran. Once I finish this day-old donut that's hopefully not hard as a rock, you're going down, buddy.
I'd like to see you try.
Ooh, he's trying to taunt us.
No! No, 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 no. Okay, I gotta reset. What? Is that Tyrantrum? No, it's Scovillain! What? There's a Mega Scovillain? Dang, look at the peppers! I love the colors on it, too. It's like a dinosaur. Oh, we're cooking this thing right now. It's only level 120? That's why. Alright, Heatran, I'm coming back. Now that I have a donut that makes this battle honestly maybe a little too easy, since this DLC was designed around donuts rather than actual balanced fights, we can actually talk about Mega Heatran now. I really do think this is a callback to the lady in X and Y who was imitating Heatran's cry. And it is such an impressive Mega, with its body literally melting. I'm just really happy this thing got some love in ZA, and it's definitely joining the rotation of my team. Okay, that was so much easier with the plus 88 levels. Level ball.
I'm a big fan of the level ball you picked for me.
Oh yeah, no problem, Heatran. Heatran caught.
We got the Heatranite Gigaton Hammer. Bonk. That's never gonna get old. Hyperspace Butter. Hyperspace Butt. Oh no, Mega Croissant Curry with a donut. I don't know if I'm gonna try that. After one bite of this curry sends Naveen into the void, all sorts of weird stuff starts happening. Like Lita having a nightmare and sleep dancing with Mega Starmie. Oh, she's from Hoenn! Me having a very vivid dream. Whoa! Where are we? This reminds me of New Moon Island. The only reason I was so quick on the draw with this one is that I hunted Darkrai in BDSP, and I still need to make a video about that. And then when Corbeau calls us over the next morning, everyone winds up in hyperspace at the same time somehow. Jacinta's here? Is this freaking Yvonne? Oh yeah, enjoy your marathon. Zach! He's the best driver of all time, dude. They're on a date. The Dedenne guards are even here! Lumiose City and Hyperspace Lumiose are now at the peak of instability, and we gotta do one more survey to put a stop to all of it. But of course, I gotta do the new side missions first. Who cares about saving the city? Is this Rosebud? Rosebud!
Drinking hot cocoa with my son, out of my son. It'd be cool if Waikoko and the Paldean starters were in this game. So much of the Paldean Dex is, so I'd love to see them.
What? Oh, that's Glamora. Is that Glamora? Oh! Oh! It's like a Ferris wheel. I want to see that thing terrestrialize. You know, I talked about how this thing resembled the ultimate weapon. It's really interesting to see this thing here in Kalos. But you know what it also resembles? A flower. And so does Floet. It might not have ever been, like, you know, a good comparison. Shiny Kangaskhan! Shiny Kangaskhan! Oh gosh. Oh, man. Oh, man. I gotta catch you. I gotta catch you before time runs out. Come on, get in the ball. Oh, thank goodness. It's level 200? The true pinnacle of power for a Pokemon. Whoa, Hyperspace Absol.
You know what they say, another day, another donut. But except I don't have a donut today, I have a chicken bowl. It's close enough, right? Like, they're both round.
But only one specific donut can help us save Lumiose, the Bad Dreams Crawler.
Bad Dreams? Okay, this has gotta be Darkrai.
Which is made when you meet very, very specific flavor profiles, which I didn't realize were reflected in the bottom right corner of the screen, so I actually went back in my footage and memorized the numbers to make this.
That looks insane. That is so cool. That is so Darkrai, too. We have to be getting Mega Darkrai or I'll be going insane. Like, there's no way that's not it. Pitch Black power? Unbound time. Oh, that's sick! That's so cool, the little echo of it. It is straight up New Moon Island. I was right! That's crazy. New Moon Nightmare! Ooh.
Over the past couple days, I've assembled a very strange crew of Pokemon that are about to save the world. And Karina reaches the same conclusion that I somehow reached off of just being in the void for one nightmare, that Darkrai is behind all of this. Because it's explained earlier in the story that a lot of Pokemon were drawn to Lumiose because of the Mega power coming from the tower. And I guess Darkrai was one of those Pokemon. When the Mega power surged, it completely lost control of itself, creating Hyperspace Lumiose out of self-defense, using people's subconscious and nightmares.
Is that AZ? AZ? What? Oh, I should have anticipated that we'd see him if we saw dead people earlier in the side missions. No way. Unfinished business, huh?
Life is but a dream, and I can't help but dream of what this story could have been. Exploring a parallel city in a world of dreams could be so fantastical, but it feels like they stopped exploring that after your first time going into hyperspace. And unlike almost every other Pokemon story, it just lacks depth. The only part of this Dream AZ encounter that made me feel anything was the music, and I think that's a problem. So I guess let's just hope Mega Darkrai is cool.
Oh, the Sinnoh legendary music. It's gonna appear, like, in the shadows. Dude! We actually see its legs! That is so rare to actually see in the games. Dude. It's not even Mega yet.
All of that being said, I really like the attention that this DLC put on Darkrai, a Sinnoh mythical Pokemon of all things, in Kalos. It's a Pokemon that's always felt like it's deserved more in the games. After continuously getting incredible stories in the movie and the anime, I don't think anyone would have guessed that Mega Dimension was about Darkrai when it was first announced, and I think that's really cool.
What's it gonna look like? Whoa! What? This is like a Kirby final boss! This is like dark matter! What the heck? That is the most insane Eldritch horror I've ever seen.
So Mega Darkrai is very fittingly the stuff of nightmares. Something that I've seen people describe as hideous, when, you know, that's what it's supposed to be, it's a nightmare. But one detail that I can't stop thinking about in this game is a recurring theme of characters keeping their left eyes closed. And Mega Darkrai has its left eye obscured by its hair as well. I think this has to be an intentional design choice, alongside Mega Darkrai's long white hair itself, which is so similar to AZ's, who we just happened to see before this battle. I think Mega Darkrai is the combined manifestation of the nightmares that AZ and Lysander both endure, reflecting on the weight of their actions. And its main eye is described as an evil eye, something that can't be escaped. Like, no matter how much they lay low, they'll always have to think about the consequences of their actions, and the lives that were lost or could have been lost. That's the sinister thing about what lies at the center of this mega power. Originally created for the ultimate weapon drained from the shared life force of Pokemon, and Darkrai going on top of the tower absorbed all of it to undergo this rogue mega evolution. Darkrai is a Sinnoh Pokemon, but Mega Darkrai is definitely Colossian.
Let's go! First try! It all came down to DDD at the end. A Kirby character! I mean, Moonball. For sure. Darkranite, okay.
The day has been saved, and that concludes the story. Or does it? We still have to find the Rayquaza for Ansha.
And how do we get Hoopa? We're gonna get Hoopa, right?
The camera pans up, and the Prism Tower is at peace once again, and Ansha draws a picture that's more heartfelt and cool than any picture I've ever seen created with generative AI. Obviously though, before we can find Rayquaza, we need to find Groudon and Kyogre. And Corbo also casually mentions that Giovanni was part of his upbringing, so I wouldn't be shocked if Getsis was his choir teacher and Cyrus was like his uncle.
No way, he knows Giovanni too?
We have a lot more survey work to do in hyperspace, and the fastest way to do it is by rebattling Rogue Megas now. Which is interesting that that opened up as an option to us when hyperspace is supposed to be canonically subsiding since Mega Darkrai's been taken care of, but clearly it's still around. We also have 5 more hyperspace side mission where we get alternate color outfits for each of the characters and some cute dialogue. And with alternate colors comes shinies.
Dude! Yes! I won with this DLC. This is insane.
After a good bit of grinding, we get more very specific donut instructions. And after quite a bit of trial and error, I made the donuts I needed for both Groudon and Kyogre. These donuts were actually real for a brief period of time at the Pokemon Sweets Cafe, but unfortunately they stopped serving them by the time I visited in March.
The Sapphire Distortion, ooh. That is so cool!
Even though Primal Reversion isn't exactly the same thing as Mega Evolution, it would have been crazy to include every previous Mega and not include Primal Groudon and Kyogre in this game. And they did the fights for these things justice, with these gorgeous locations. Primal Reversion hasn't been on the Switch since Mystery Dungeon Rescue Team DX in 2020, so it's so cool to see this back. I struggled a bit with Kyogre actually, taking a few tries in order to win.
Got it. You're a fish, so you're going to lure ball. That little bit of the Cave of Origin theme. That was nice. Shiny!
Now I have the legendary Kyogre. All thanks to Chungus Jr. wishing for it to appear. Let's enter the Ruby Distortion now and take on Primal Groudon. The new music for these fights is so good. I love that they brought in the original Hoenn trumpet sound that we haven't heard in so long. Since ZA doesn't have Pokemon abilities, I assumed I could get away with using Water-type moves, since Primal Groudon's Desolate Land ability would no longer exist. It turns out this is one of the few exceptions.
Wait, they kept the thing where water doesn't do anything. Oh, that's crazy.
I didn't think to test this versus Kyogre because why would I use Fire-type moves against that?
Got it. Luxury ball.
Now Mabel comes in and confirms even more about Hyperspace Lumiose, talking about how fervent wishes for things really matter, and that's why we kept finding Butter there, and that's how we're gonna catch Rayquaza. And now, time for the really cool Rayquaza story. A long, long time ago, in the time that people called the Primal Age,
Oh! Zinnia's theme! Let's go! In that time, there was Primal Kyogre, bolstered by the power within the blue orb. So too was their Primal Groudon, with the might of the red orb at its beck and call. They fought over the world's natural energy in endless, furious clashes. When Primal Groudon roared, the earth began to swell and the waters were evaporated into dust. When Primal Kyogre bellowed, torrential waters flowed and massive downpours eroded the earth. For 20 days, these two mighty Pokemon battled from sunup to sundown. The ferocity of their clashing scarred and warped the world itself. The people of that age, the Draconids, were at a loss. Whatever could they do? They wished with all their might for Rayquaza to descend and save them from destruction. The Draconids' wishes must have reached Rayquaza. There appeared before Primal Kyogre and Primal Groudon a dazzling light, and in it was Rayquaza in a sublime and incredible form. A blazing light and whipping winds sapped the power from Groudon and Kyogre alike. Robbed of their primal forms, they fled to the faraway depths of land and sea. The Draconids came to revere Rayquaza as a true savior. Our fervent wish for the DLC having an interesting story was somewhat fulfilled, and a distortion for Rayquaza showed up, which of course, we're going to have to make a donut for, which is going to require one more massive set of hyperspace survey research.
So every donut has a date attached to it, right? Whoa, it has a full timestamp. I cannot wait to feed Hoopa donuts that were made 4 years ago, 4 years from now. Just keep one in my inventory and just keep that built up.
This 100,000 point grind is maybe the most egregious part of this DLC and how repetitive things can get in hyperspace. In a game that I praise so much for the deliberate placement of Pokemon in Lumiose and the Wild Zones, I can't say the same about the placement of Pokemon in hyperspace, since almost anything can spawn almost anywhere. If I didn't have footage, I couldn't tell you where I caught my Golisopod, but I could show you the exact trash can in Lumiose where I caught my shiny Trubbish. And with how often you have to go into hyperspace to progress in the story here, any feeling of these encounters feeling special just completely wears off really fast, to the point where I've known several friends to quit this DLC before even finishing the story. But that all being said, I had my luckiest hyperspace expedition ever that night. Shiny Absol! Random Shiny Absol! Are you kidding me? In hyperspace? It's meant to be! It's meant to be! Oh my gosh! No way! That's so sick! Shiny Grovyle? What? I don't have Sparkling Power on! That's 2 random shinies! And I don't have Charm either. Look, I'm still research level 49. What the heck, dude? Careful? And Adamant. It's female? It's female. That's so rare. Alright, I guess while I'm at research level 49, before I get the shiny charm, I should get a Master Ball. I finally conquered the 100,000 points and then made another very specific donut to go up into the green dimension. Oh, it's like the Sky Pillar. Cool. Oh yeah, the classic organ.
Go, Rayquaza!
Even with my Pokemon at level 200, this Rayquaza battle is no joke and takes a good amount of skill, having to avoid its attacks. I don't even know what I got hit by! It took me several attempts to get its patterns down, and I eventually resorted to bringing a Cryogonal with the move Sheer Cold, which is no longer a one-hit KO move, and instead it's a super powerful move with a long charge-up. I like that a lot. Unlike the Mega Staraptor fight, you can't really cheese this fight either, because if you have to start over, you really do start over from the very beginning of the battle without it retaining how much health the Rayquaza had left. Oh man, this is hard! I enjoyed the challenge quite a bit though, and the music when it Mega Evolves is crazy. I love that it mixes in the Team MZ theme, just like the Darkrai battle did. Did Chungoose just finish off Mega Rayquaza with a body slam? Dream ball, because this is all just a dream. Neither do you. Kiriashi. And of course, Ansha's not old enough to be a Pokemon trainer yet, so she doesn't want to take in the Rayquaza and leaves it in our care. And instead, she tells her mama the story about your adventures. And what's funny about this crayon drawing is that there's a glitch that can happen sometimes where with a certain side quest, a different picture might load in instead for this moment. This video from C Jiggy had me in tears laughing the first time I saw it. Anyway, I started getting ready for bed, thinking that the DLC adventure was over, and then I realized something.
Dude, where's Zeraora? Where is Zeraora?
After all that work, we're thrust into some of the most insane side quests in the entire game. Side quests that revolve around mythical Pokemon, and a new system called Special Scan for unlocking crazy new pockets of hyperspace. Just as a reminder that the side missions are what make this DLC. Meltan? Meltan's in the game too? We also have a lot more Team MZ lore to look at now with these final battles. Half-brother with different mobs, interesting. Tierno, she's never met him. Genesect? I didn't know that was in this game, what? There's so much more in this DLC. I keep thinking it's over, but it's not. I gotta go to bed.
Check it out, y'all. Today I'm a true Canatic. A Caniac.
One of my favorite experiences of this entire DLC was trying to solve this riddle involving a shadow hitting a certain circle in the city. Oh, it's here, it's here! Oh man, it's here, it's here. Without looking anything up. Yeah! It's gotta be Marshadow, right? It is Marshadow! In a DLC where the only new Pokemon are new Megas, they really give you your bang for your buck by letting you catch a ton of Mythicals for the first time. And thankfully for obtaining Hoopa, we don't have to take away a little girl's friend, and instead we just get our own Hoopa in hyperspace, which, you know, that's fine. And as per tradition, Volcanion gets the shortest end of the stick. They're Volcanion experts? Yvonne? What the heck? We get banished to the basement to catch this thing, which is just the void. Yep, that's the whole story of Volcanion. Awesome. Dang, she just wants to blow up part of Lumios for a marathon. What the heck? I didn't know how serious she was about it. Okay, what I'm curious about now is, can we evolve Meltan? Because, like, that'd be huge if we can catch a Meltan and evolve it outside of Pokemon Go. And the answer to that is no, but also... Melmetal! I hope you'll like Melmetal forever. Okay, thank you, I guess. So the evolution method is still locked behind Go, but we get an additional gift Melmetal for free. Kinda weird.
Now, in order to stay full odds, I have to be careful not to double tap the X button on the menu.
Shiny Tatsugiri? Aw, yeah. That's about what I expected. Safari Ball? Oh, ho, ho, yeah! And you know how I complained about donuts and autosave earlier? It turns out pressing up B and X to load the backup save can get you out of that situation and let you re-roll things.
And I'm gonna use that to hunt a Mimikyu. Let's go live and stream this. First Mega Dimension stream, now.
What I want is all Mimikyu. But we can get both of these pockets of ghosts to be Mimikyu. And I just learned this, like, myself. I think this was probably in, like, 600 Austin John Plays videos, day one. Oh, we got it! We got it, okay. This is the setup right here. I just feel bad for Pokeball Pattern Vivian. When will it have its moment in the spotlight again? Ah, the loud! Oh, the shiny Mimikyu! Yeah! I decided to shiny hunt this for fun, for a side mission where Vinny wanted one to give to his daughter. I had no idea how important this mission was. Alright, Vincent. Enjoy. You can have a shiny Mimikyu. Lifelong thanks. Aww. Does he take up his post again? Or do we still get the Team Flare? Oh, no, Jet's here. Magearna! Everything's tied to a mythical. This is insane. It was in Lumiose all along. Wait, it has a Mega Magearna? There was a Mega I missed. It does the flower thing! Oh my gosh! That means the original color also has one, right? Is it gonna look the same? It looks like the original color! That's shield on it. Pokemon Sword and Shield. Oh, Magearna has Jet's OT.
At this point, I started to look things up because where was Zeraora? And then I learned that in order to get it, we have to catch Diancie. Oh, sipping on some Baja Blast, aren't we, Diancie? Well, enjoy while you can, because you're getting in a heavy ball today, and you're staying.
Catching Diancie in a heavy ball is very, very unlikely. I made a whole video on it already. Just know it took 2 days for this to happen. Those are like the super... I caught it! I caught it! I caught it! Then later that day, this happened. What? What the heck? Shiny Alpha Pidgeotto? This was also a 10% Alpha like my Tinkatink found with Alpha Power Level 1. What's interesting is that the base Alpha rate in Hyperspace is 1% rather than the 5% in regular Lumioses Wild Zones. One day I might go for a natural 1% Alpha if I feel like an absolute freak. And I'm glad I looked up where to get Zeraora because I never would have figured this out. You have to find this trading kid who only appears after you've caught Diancie and Mewtwo on top of this building. Trade over some Canary bread that you can buy from the Racine construction building for some popping candy. And once you take that to Ansha, you have another very specific donut to make. Then we can enter this distortion and go after Zeraora. Oh, it's in the billboard? That's sick! Something that drove me crazy from the base game was not knowing who the mayor of Lumiose was. But this conversation with Emma leads me to believe that he's not important. Who's important is the future mayor, Corbeau. Unfortunately, there's really not a lot of story to learn about Zeraora. This would have been so insane if they kept it totally secret and never revealed it. I would have lost my mind. I don't think there ever has been and there ever will be. This guy just kind of exists. But that's okay, we've got another Mega, and now we've unlocked the Rogue Mega Rush, which is an extremely demanding gauntlet of all the Rogue Mega battles in the game back to back. And I still haven't beaten that yet, maybe that'll be a video someday. Oh my gosh, I've been playing on extra hard mode! At this point I actually thought I was done with everything. But then I got a special scan for a distortion that contained a legendary that could be shiny hunted. Oh, I'm getting special dialogue. Oh, Mabel's telling me right now. Do you want to know what it is?
What is it?
Latias. I decided I didn't want to end 2025 until I found this shiny Latias. So I went into hyperspace in real life, trying to get some hyperspace berries from these big orbs. It was pretty cool getting to actually experience hyperspace, but I didn't find Latias. I didn't even get any butter. But when I left, I wasn't back home. I was at Buc-ee's.
These cabinets don't even tell what you're getting. You just get a small or a large.
And they apparently have Pokemon stuff now. And then I found my car and drove to my parents' place. Look, it's a Prism Tower! Anj! Oh my gosh! So I went and visited my family while looking for this Latias.
Do you think I'll find a shiny Pokemon today? You think I will? What shiny do you think it'll be?
And I think I found the wrong legendary. I found a Zacian. And maybe a couple other legendary dogs. When everyone else went to bed, I would stay up hunting Latias. And I even fit some in the car on the way to the family Christmas hangout. On December 27th, after running around a lot on this rooftop, I found it. Shiny Latias! Shiny Latias! Oh my gosh! It's a Christmas miracle! That's crazy! This is so far the only legendary I've hunted in hyperspace, and there are 4 more for me to go after someday. It was a pretty easy capture in a Beast Ball thanks to Dragon-type catching power. We got Latias! And even though 2025 was coming to an end, I learned my Mega Dimension adventure wasn't. I needed to finish every side quest in the game to get the true ending. My first shiny of 2025 is this Shuppet that I am going to be giving to an NPC. Shoop. I spent one evening grinding out the remaining side missions. Like one that involves a Feebas that actually permanently introduces it to the wild of regular Lumiose. And finally doing the Alolan Raichu missions so I could unlock Mega Raichu X and Y, which were advertised as the main part of this DLC. I also battled a Furfrou Elite Four with a champion with a shiny Furfrou. I want to bring up my original shiny Furfrou from X and Y to take these on again someday. Now after clearing all 199 regular side missions, we get a call at Hotel Z. Okay, secret mission time. Are you at Hotel Z? I sure am. We get to go to Tawny's room now. No way! Tawny's room. What's up with the shore right there? Video editing? Best not look through someone else's files. Oh look, video editing software! I guess I gotta make the movie now. Whoa, Jet's here. Ooh, final Tawny battle. Okay. This is the side mission. Alright. Okay, it's time to put together the A-team. There are no frills in this final rival battle. 6 level 100 Pokemon for you to fight against with a Mega. Spin with me. I brought the 6 Pokemon that were most memorable to me on my ZA journey with me, and I think this Mega Showdown is such a fitting way to close out the journey. What's interesting about Tawny's Mega Meowstic is that if you use a Dark-type Pokemon, she has no attacking moves and will swap it out. There's still so much I haven't done yet on this file, like, of course, completing my entire Hyperspace Pokédex with the remaining legendaries I haven't shiny hunted yet. But this feels like the true finale of the game. Battling against the person who took you in at the start, who's taken a new position of power in Quasartico, using the other 2 starters. My feelings about Mega Dimension as a whole are still very mixed. I just think it could have overall been a lot more exciting, less repetitive, and it should have felt less like a Villain of the Week anime with how the plot progressed. But I'd be lying if I said I didn't have fun with it, and if some of the reveals like Mega Absol Z weren't some of the coolest things I've ever seen. Oh, I won! Cool. There we go. That was a tough battle. Tornadus? Why did she say my Pokemon's name? Why did she say the name of my Absol? Was she supposed to say that? After this, we get another reference to Tawny's mom, and a survey, kind of, on the roof of the hotel about the game. Who gave me the hardest time in the ZA Royale? I think the SBC. It's kind of messed up to think that after this dialogue tree, if the game autosaves, you have to beat the game like several more times in order to see every dialogue option unless you reset in the middle of this conversation. It's a really good recap of the story though, and how far things went, and a good justification as to why Tawny was the one who went to the top of the tower with Floette, and you were the one who evolved Zygarde. And I think it was a good retrospective on how fun of a game and story this was. I feel like it doesn't get a lot of credit. Most of the videos about this game are just shiny hunting videos, but there really is a good story here, at least in the base game, and in what the side missions do to bring Lumiose to life. So I guess now that we've truly done everything, we can finally leave the city and go back home. Oh wait. On Pokemon Day, they announced another Z Mega, Mega Garchomp Z.
I should download the new Garchomp Mega Stone. I feel like Cynthia might notice me if I do.
You download the event for this over mystery gift, and it's one of the biggest pushover rogue Mega battles because it's only level 110. Which sounds really silly out of context of this DLC, but you could probably beat this with a 1-star donut. But anyway, now that we've tied up that loose end, it's felt oddly peaceful in Lumiose, huh? I feel like there's just been a major lack of Oddish in this game, which has kept a certain someone away. I wonder what he's up to.
So, like, where are the Mega Evolutions that I heard were going to be in Legend ZA? It does take place in the past, right? Is this a ZA Royale? This is how the Lumiose City gets made.
This is ground zero for Lumiose?
Yeah, this is where they start the Prism Tower. In memory of that guy that got sword hit right there.
It tastes just like Bellsprout. Photosynthesis who? They want leg. The Oddishes love leg.
Oddish meat eater confirmed.
They throw their poop in about 10 feet in any direction.
What?
Yeah.
I'm here with some horses right now. Aren't they just fantastic creatures? I could just imagine an Oddish riding a horse into the sunset.
One's riding one right now. Look at that Oddish go.
Back here in Renaissance Kalos, they love horses, they love jousting. The Oddish love to joust. Just to get ready for Legend ZA, which is taking place in the past here in Renaissance Kalos.
So pretty much in the present for you, right?
I'm always living in the present. I'm always living in the past too, because like, I don't want to talk about it. I'm not sure if this is the worst or best possible ending to the ZA Mega Dimension movie, but it's the ending either way, and you're going to have to accept it. Thank you so much for watching. I will see you next time. Oh no, I still need to make something like this for Pokopia too, don't I?